You know you are not stuck on watching porn because you're doing the wrong things or that you are not disciplined enough. This is like the biggest misconception that people think about all these people who are not watching porn. The reason is why you're really addicted to porn is because you're built an environment and lifestyle that is triggering you to watch porn almost every day. And the moment I understood this is when I realized that don't need to force myself to not watch porn, that I don't really need to think about it as long as the things that I'm surrounded by, the things that I'm consuming, are not triggering my addiction. And porn has like three main triggers that you need to be aware of. And I will tell you in this video what triggers they are existing. Yeah. But if you want to take the shit seriously, if you want to really quit porn, then click the link down below and join my community. I have a full blueprint on how to quit it. But yeah, there are three main triggers existing. There's boredom, stress, and loneliness. So if you are relapsing on porn, it's mostly because one of these three things that are triggering you to watch porn. And loneliness, for example, is a big one because most of the people are now like living inside, especially if you're like addicted to games, you don't have any friends. It's really hard to get this kind of like filling the void with real connection if you just like staying inside all day. So you try to get it with artificial stuff, and it's basically porn, or like some people also talk to AI girls, but this is a way different topic. So yeah, and the real thing to quit it is just, I know it sounds simple, but just talk to not like real people again. Even if it's your like family members, your brothers, your sisters, your mom, like that alone will like reduce this trigger and will make you more aware that you are just watching because you want to fill like an empty void inside of your body and not just do it for fun. Like nobody watches porn for fun. Everybody hates it, but they keep on getting into this habit because there's something missing inside. And yeah, for me it was also like that because I was pretty introverted. I had some friends, but the connection with them wasn't really that deep. It was just like a brain rot friend group who we are was sharing like stupid jokes with. But I always would come back to my family when something like something like that happened. I was just talking about some random stuff, and it really helped me to be accountable and not watch porn. Then the second trigger is stress. Especially for me, especially I had this in school when I was preparing for my exams. I was studying like for a really shitty degree for a music exam, and this was like the last test. And if I would fail that, I need to do this year again. And I was pretty stressed about that. And to cope with that, I watched porn, which in the end made me more like my brain more which made my brain fog way worse. I couldn't really even focus on studying for this exam anymore. Like I still passed though, but it was way harder like when I wouldn't like watch porn. And for that there are a lot of things that you can do, like reducing your stress levels is probably one of the easiest ones. You probably know some habits but I will give you like my personal way how I would reduce my cortisol, and this is just changing your diet, only eating meat, and this will fix not even your cortisol levels, like your stress levels, it will fix all your other hormones. So, but it's way better in my opinion than meditation or all these tactics. So changing your diet to an all meat diet, only eating meat and sitting in nature, these are the best ways to lower your stress levels, your cortisol, and yeah, this will you will realize that you don't need like porn anymore to cope with your stress. So just try it out, and I promise you it works. It worked for me. It will also work for you if this is the main trigger that's triggering you to watch porn. Yeah. Then the last thing is boredom. And to be honest, I didn't have a problem with that because I could pretty like be like good at finding something to do. But I know there are some people struggling with this. And what I recommend is just find something creative, like creative hobby. And I don't mean like fucking video games or some shit. I mean something where you can really channel that energy that you have inside yourself that you want to like watch use for porn. Just channel it into something creative. You know, some people are drawing, and this can be a really good way. For my example, I did music production. I made beats, like trap beats, and I remember days when like really had a big urge and was just starting making a trap beat, and this energy that was shifting into this my music was really helping me to get this urge away. And yeah, when you're in the zone, it's hard to like watch porn. So find something creative. I don't know, just look something up on YouTube, some trends that you can do if you're like bored or something. You know, the internet is so much full of shit on in brain rot. Why not just use it for something that will actually benefit you, like finding some interest that you never heard of before that may be like fun to do. Just going outside on a hike, you know, all this basic shit that you all heard before, but it works. So just do it and not just like watch these videos and then watch another video and another video. Yeah. So for boredom, do something creative, paint something, I don't know. But again, if you're confused about that, if you really want to take the shit seriously, click the link down below and join my community. I have a full blueprint on how to quit it. Yeah. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.